Hey guys, Jason Lanier here. I'm doing a video that you guys have asked me for. This is the Sony A9 with a Canon mount lens. This is a Canon 135 f2 lens. I'm using it with the Sigma MC11 adapter. You guys have asked me if Canon glass will work on the A9 and we're gonna test it. I made a video that said I think that the A9 will be the best wedding photography camera available on the market. One huge advantage for Sony users for certain bodies, A7R2, A6300, A6500, and the A9 is that you can use Canon glass on these bodies with amazing results. You can adapt it, autofocus, EXIF data, metadata, it works fantastic. And for some people who don't want to switch over all their glass, it's an amazing option to be able to use their existing Canon mount glass, I should say, on Sony bodies. You get the technology of the Sony bodies, you get the in-body image stabilization of the Sony body with Canon glass, which is awesome. So I purposely waited until the sun went down. I wanted to mimic something similar to what you would work with at a wedding, inside of a reception hall or whatever else, where it's getting darker. There's not a lot of contrast. If you guys look around me at the ambient settings here, there's not a lot of contrast. And contrast is one of the key ways that lenses focus. So coming out here when it's a less than optimal shooting condition will give us a fair representation of how this camera will perform with Canon lenses. This 135 f2 is a really popular lens with Canon users, and it's not even on the recommended list of the lenses that will work best with Sony cameras. The Canon lenses that will work best are the electronically driven ones with their focus, which is the 2006 or newer lenses. So I'm using a lens that's already going to give us a little bit more of a, potentially going to give us a little bit more of a fight. It works great on my A7R2, so I'm anticipating to work great on this. But I'm just going to put this down on the picnic table behind me. I'm going to put the camera that I'm recording this on, which is the A7S II. I'm going to record the back of this camera so you guys can see how the lens performs. And we'll go from there, and well, you guys can make up your mind as to whether or not you think it'll work for you. So let's do it. So there's a barbecue pit there, guys. Please excuse the fingernails. I've been playing in the sand and dirt all day. But I'm going to just take my trigger finger here, push down on that, see how quick it focuses. Okay, switch over to the trash can back there, hold it. It's instantaneous. Over to the picnic table. Now let's test this. Okay, so this has, as you guys know, one of the key functions or differences with this camera. It's the only Sony camera that actually has this joystick. So let's go into here. Let's go into our focus mode here, and we're going to go to flexible spot. Okay, and now that's a really tight squeeze in between those. So let's see how well it focuses. Oh, that's awesome. Back joystick, back to the barbecue, right there. Back to the trash can, right there. Guys, that's what you want in a lens. I'm not sure the minimum focus distance on this. Let's try another test here real quick. All right, guys, let's do a few more tests here. Okay. Okay, now let's get completely out of focus. So now, as you can see, it's completely out of focus. It's on that it's on that actual bolt on the table. Okay, so it's completely out of focus. Let's go over to the Altoids box. I haven't pushed it yet. Ready, 1, 2, 3. Instantaneous. Okay, out of focus. Go over to the Sony A7R2, my baby. Press it. Beautiful. Out of focus. Go over to my bag for my monopod, my Fiesel bag. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Let's do a little bit of selective focus here. So we have the Altoids. Now they're on the same focal plane, so I'm going to have to change them a little bit to make this test valid, so hang on. All right, here we go. 1, A7R2 focus, bam, Altoids box, bam. Fiesel, bam, that's pretty cool. Fiesel, right there, back to the Altoids box, back to the A7R2. Now let's do a little bit of selective focusing. So now we're going to go into selective spot, which I didn't use much in the past, but I'm going to use it a lot now. So go down here, you can choose the size of the selective spot. So I'm going to make it large. 1, 2, 3. Look at that, beautiful. I'm gonna go over to the lens cap on the A7R II, my 85G Master, another one of my beloved babies. Look at that, instantaneous. Guys, it's dark out. It's getting really dark out here. Even look at that. Now I've selected on the Sony logo on top of the A7R II, and you'll see that the lens of the 85G Master is out of focus. Okay, now go to the Fiesel. Now go to the Altoids. That's in focus. Take the joystick. You don't have to press any buttons like on previous versions. You just move it around like a normal joystick on a DSLR, and hit the trigger right here. Fire. Right in focus. Altoids, Fiesel, lens, Sony logo is right there. And the Altoids box. Man down, man down, man down. This is working better than any Sony mirrorless I've used with adaptive glass in low light, especially with the flexible spot. That's pretty impressive stuff. Go down. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. So guys, I hope this has helped. Honestly, I'm really thrilled with how well it works with the Canon glass. Like I mentioned, the 135 f2 isn't even on the recommended list of Canon lenses that will work best with Sony mirrorless with adaptive glass. So my preliminary test would say that the A9 is going to pass with flying colors with using Canon glass. Again, this is the MC11 adapter. It's not even the Metabones Mark V or Mark IV, it's the MC11. So again, I'm trying to use stuff, that's the cheapest adapter that I would recommend to use Canon glass on Sony bodies. And I was really thrilled with how it turned out. It turned out great. I think the biggest thing is the fact that I can use the flexible spot with adaptive glass. It's a given you should be able to use it with native glass. If you can't, then it would be stupid for Sony to put it on there if it didn't. But the fact that it actually works with adaptive glass, that's what I'm really happy about. Being able to select your spot like a DSLR on top of all the other advantages that already exist with mirrorless, like facial recognition, facial registration. The fact that you can use that joystick with adaptive glass as well is a huge benefit. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys. I'm certainly going to continue to test new glass. I'll test more Canon glass for you guys if you want, but my initial tests say that it's going to pass with flying colors. It's such a joy to shoot with this camera. I just absolutely love shooting with it. So until next time, keep shooting, never give up on your dreams. Find our gear that works for you, and remember, you only have one chance to get it right. Don't forget to click on subscribe, click on notifications so you guys are notified every time a new video is released. And guys, if you do end up purchasing any of the gear that I recommend or that I use, if you use those affiliate links, it really helps because then those affiliates will help get me gear like this sooner so I can test it for you guys so you guys can make more informed decisions. So guys, I make a minuscule amount of money on those affiliate links. The money isn't why I really work with these affiliates. It's a little bit of extra something, but it's not much, guys. I make a lot more teaching and shooting. The affiliate links are beneficial because it enables me to be able to get gear before some other people, which means I can test it for you, which means you guys can make more informed decisions before you plunk down your hard-earned cash on something that may not work for you. So I am trying to help you guys as much as I'm trying to do some stuff for myself as well. Mutually beneficial relationships, those are the best kind. So until next time, keep shooting, never give up on your dreams. Find our gear that works for you, and remember, you only have one chance to get it right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. You guys still here? Hello? Talking to you. Hey guys, if you want to learn online with me, go to patreon.com/JasonLanierPhotography, and you will be able to continue this craziness online from anywhere on planet Earth with me. If you want to join me live, go to JasonLanier.com/workshops, and you'll get to see me in my full glory live and in person, guys. I think there's a smudge on there. Is that it? Yeah, I got it. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.